Hello everyone, welcome to a super exciting video. Today I'm going to be doing a compilation of completing every single page in my Greet This Book 2. So I'm posting this before my final flip through, so you guys can stay tuned for that. I'm so excited. I love creating flip throughs and kind of just seeing all of the pages come together as a whole. So I wanted to kind of extend that and do a different version of that video where I'm completing every single page. So this is all in order of completion. So I started this book like a very long time ago. So it's been a couple of years. So you can see at the beginning of the video, the book is going to be much thinner and easy to work in. And then towards the end, like I am literally wrestling this thing to keep it open and to be able to like finish the book, because I like to go pretty hard with the collage and like adding bulky items. So how this video is going to work is I am not going to be explaining how I'm doing these pages, because I have all these lovely videos to show you guys how I completed the pages, so the playlist will be linked, but this is kind of just to compile everything together and to make it satisfying to watch me literally complete this entire like years-long project, pardon me. So if you have no interest in listening to me talk, or you want to watch this like at a much faster pace, feel free to mute the video and speed up everything. I already did speed up all these clips like quite a bit, so this video wouldn't be like 5 hours long. But here we are still with a video over an hour long. So hopefully you guys enjoy the longer form content. So I also want to note that this voiceover is a 2024 voiceover and not from back then, because I am dumb and low on storage. So I delete all my videos once I post them to YouTube. So I don't actually have the like raw footage anymore. I just had to download it off of YouTube. So all of the clips came with background music, and it would have just been a mess and sounded really bad with different background music when I'm speeding everything up and all that. So yeah, brand new voiceover. This is 2024 me, so hopefully that's okay with you. So this page is still from my first ever video. This was a collab with Bellamina, and I did this super cute Valentine's Day page, which is still one of my favorites. And I really went all out with the like collage parts of it to make this super cute little setup of a table. I love the table runner, super fun. So I wanted to kind of talk about some of the supplies and things that I like to use, and also the inspiration, because I get questions about those quite a bit while you watch me complete this. So as for inspiration, I usually kind of figure this out kind of in reverse, I would say, compared to probably the typical person. I like to scroll on Pinterest quite a bit, and I find art styles or like media types that I would like to experiment with, and then I usually go searching for a page that I think could suit that. Usually it's not looking at a prompt and then figuring out what I can do with that, but kind of the opposite. This way I can kind of fit in a wider variety of supplies, and it helps me to work around when I'm feeling motivated to do a certain art style compared to another. So usually when I'm getting lazy, I opt for like markers, like probably most people do. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I'm pretty against colored pencils or pencil crayons, just because I find them so tedious and I'm not great at using them. Maybe if I was like, I practice more, I would be more inclined to use them, but typically I try to avoid them, and then when I do use them, I just completely regret the entire process because my hand is like hurting so much in the process, and it doesn't end up looking how I would like. Also, this paper is not great for mixing colors in colored pencils. So this page over here, even I'm using crayons. Not a fan of using crayons. It does make a really nice like pastel kind of color, but it's just not my favorite. It does have its time and place, of course, but not typically in my style of art. And now to talk about kind of how I choose all the different supplies I use. I like to be really creative with this, because I don't see a lot of other people who create these types of books using a super wide variety of art supplies. So I kind of wanted to be, or still want to be, a little bit different in that aspect. So mostly people like stick with markers and colored pencils and things along that line, which I still use, don't get me wrong. But I find that my arts and like art journals are unique in the sense of using like very weird and outlandish supplies and making my art journals super bulky. So my mom helps me out a lot. So shout out mom for helping me figure out new supplies. And like, honestly, it's difficult to think of ones that I haven't used before since I have been art journaling for so long. But it's typically like I walk around the house and see, oh, what would be cool for something like, for example, I see wax paper, like, oh, what can I do with wax paper? So kind of like the reverse process as I was describing before, and then using the typical art supplies to kind of fill in the gaps to make the page come together.
Why you hate me? Was it something I did? Yeah, I don't need to offend. I'm just waiting. Because of all of the lies, yeah, you don't need to disguise your face. I just want you to know that I am rooting for you. It's okay.
Seeing me make these pages like now multiple years later, it's crazy. Some of them, like, I spent so many hours on them. I don't even want to know how many hours I've spent working through this book, like this one that I'm working on right now, with all of the different patterns in each of the letters. Like, crazy. I don't know how long that took. So this one is also one of mine that I do not really like. I don't know, I usually like doodling like florals and stuff like that, and usually like I'm happy with how it turns out, but maybe it's the way the Posca paint pen stuck to the paper here, but it just wasn't really looking the way that I wanted it to. And then, so it's okay, it all happened. So this one is actually super cool, and I didn't realize that this was the prompt because I ended up covering the entire page with paint, but I'm using acrylic paint here, as you can see, which is always fun to do and something different. Also, it's nice to like, I used to be really into like realism with drawing and painting, like more so in high school, compared to now when I feel like it's just so time consuming, especially in art journals. I feel like I can't put my full effort towards like a good realism type of thing, but I ended up covering that page with nail polish to make it shiny, which was really cool. But going off of that, talking a little bit more about how I got into all of this like art stuff. I have always been like a super creative person all my life. I've always loved crafting. I've always loved art. I've been like a super messy person, always having my craft room like an absolute disaster, which is still, I don't have my craft room anymore, but I do it in my, like at my desk, and I say I'm still that way. Still love being creative and having different outlets compared to when I was a kid, which is really fun. But this has been a great one that has stuck with me for quite a long time. So specifically how I got into art journaling, it started when I was in grade 9, and I think I watched a flip through of a Wreck This Journal, and I honestly can't remember who the YouTuber was, but I was just so mesmerized by it, and I watched like a ton of Wreck This Journal flip throughs. I feel like that was really the only one. That would have been like 2014, or at least the most popular one, maybe some other ones by Carrie Smith. So I decided to get my own, and I was so excited. I think I completed that book maybe like under a year or just about. That was when I was still in high school, so I had quite a bit more time, and I would like work on that thing probably every day. And I have a flip through up on my channel if you guys want to see it. I feel like looking back on that one now compared to what I do, I definitely was not my own person in terms of my art. I would get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest, and my creativity did not shine as much as it does now, in my opinion. I was mostly going for pages that I thought looked nice, and those often stemmed from Pinterest inspiration, which is fine. But I like that now I'm able to kind of like think of my own ideas and things that are really different from anything that anybody has done before. So that's kind of how it started. So shortly after I finished Direct This Journal, I got This Is Not a Book, which is also by the same author, and that was still in high school, and early high school probably, so I didn't have as many things keeping me busy, so I worked on that so much and probably finished that one maybe within like under 2 years, which is great considering now it's like taking me like 4 years or whatever to do this one. So that was awesome, and I absolutely loved completing those. And that one I got a little bit more creative with my own ideas and trying to make like clever pages. That was kind of my goal, and still is. I love when I can connect something to like something nostalgic, like this one where I'm connecting the page to Junie B. Jones, because I used to be like such a Junie B. Jones fan, or like a TV show. So that's always really fun when I'm able to do that, or like some type of character. Anyways, so that one I completed next, and I think the last one I did when I was in high school was Anti-Journal. I believe that was my third one. I have a whole video about all of my art journals and kind of talking about every single one of them. I feel like my collection is pretty extensive, and it's really fun to look at all of them together because there's a lot of hard work and time that's gone into completing all of these. And so I ended up posting a flip through of my Direct This Journal on a different channel actually, and it went really viral. So if you saw it, good for you. And then I ended up taking it down because there's a lot of issues of people stealing my content on that one. So I ended up making it private, and I refilmed it, and I have the flip through of my Direct This Journal on this channel, and you guys can go check it out. So as I said, I did that one in like 2014. So it's literally been 10 years of art journaling, which is insane to think about. So I have grown a lot as a person and as an artist. And the This Is Not a Book is also another one that was like my first video actually on this channel, which is really, really neat. That one I did not do on camera. So I think I started filming the process of me completing these with Anti-Journal, but that was like kind of an intermittent filming because I was not like filming every single page, or I would just show you the aftermath and not really the process. So I think that Create This Book 1 was my first like full series on here. That one was, I guess I completed that, I don't even know. I feel like all the years have just flown together. But yeah, that one I did as an entire series on here, and then did the flip through, which was really fun. And then shortly after that, I began this process of Create This Book 2.
That I am rooting for you, it's okay, it's okay.
One question that I frequently get asked is what is next after I finish Create This Book 2, which is now, or which art journal am I going to complete after this one? So a lot of people have been suggesting that I do Create This Book 3, which I think I will most likely do. I really don't know what kind of time I'm going to be having in the next year. I'm in my last year at university, and it's all clinical, so I just have no clue what kind of time I'm going to be able to dedicate to not only doing art, but also making videos. So I'm kind of, that's why I really was motivated right now to finish my Create This Book 2 before I am starting to do all my clinical rotations and stuff like that. But I think I will start Create This Book 3 just because I know that I am a fan of the prompt, and also I just feel obligated to complete my collection of Create This books just because, I mean, it's iconic, and also why not? They're there, and yeah. So I talked about hating pencil crayons before, which I still do, don't get me wrong, but this page is one of my all-time favorites in here, and I use pencil crayons, so I guess I am a bit of a hypocrite, but I did this really pretty like dancer in the clouds type of art, and the background is all colorful pencil crayons, and then I used watercolor, and the clouds, which is so cool, I used like cotton balls and glued that on and then painted over top with watercolors. And then the skirts are made with toilet paper. So even if you feel like you don't have a ton of art supplies, there are lots of options of things around your house that you can easily use. I have a really fun video going through 100 ways, maybe it's 50, I think it's 50 ways to fill your art journal, which was such a fun video to make. I made this like 2 years ago, but lots of good ideas in there if you are feeling stuck with using your same old markers and pencil crayons and all that stuff. So this page over here is a fun one because, like I said, I like to connect TV shows or nostalgic things from my childhood or anything from my real life. So this one is dedicated to The Office because The Office is one of my favorite shows. Later on, I do a Parks and Rec page, which is arguably better than The Office. But anyways, I like to incorporate things like that where I can use like things that I'm into and passionate about in my art. So this one over here, there's just so many good ones in a row that I have to talk about. This figure skating dress that I made is so fun. I grew up as a figure skater, so I'm always happy to, like I said, connect something to my real life. So a figure skating page was honestly required, and I love making the dresses out of extra scraps of fabric and then doing all the turns in the background of the page. I think is just a fun little background pattern. And then being able to sew is always like, I love sewing. So if I can do it in my page, I'm happy. Oh, and here's another like super cool page where I'm literally crocheting the edging of my page, but honestly was probably the start of how bulky this book got because I wanted to make not only a scarf for my little character here, but also I crocheted the edging, which ended up kind of being a disaster because it messed up like all the pages around it just with how bulky it is, and because I cut into the book a little bit or into the pages a bit to have room to extend the crocheted edging, which was like maybe not the best idea. Also like figuring out how to layer this girl to where her arms were over top of her scarf was just kind of a little bit of a tedious process, but I think it's such a cool page, and I love combining like actual physical objects with like drawings, if that makes sense. I do it a lot, so it's like a common art style, I'd say, for myself. But yeah, here I am. I did the crocheted edge where I hole punched first and then crocheted after cutting out part of the page, which I shouldn't have done in retrospect. But if you know how to crochet or knit, I think you should definitely include it in your art journal pages because it's so different, and I think it just looks so cool. Now, here I am doing the cover, the iconic cover, may I say, of my Create This Book 2. Everyone says it looks like Lana Del Rey's book or poetry book. I did not know that existed before everyone said that, so that's great that it looks like that, I guess. But I just wanted to do something fun and easy to paint, and I think I had actually done art like this similar in my bullet journal, maybe, when I was bullet journaling back then, but I painted this with acrylic paint, which is what I would absolutely recommend if you are doing any type of art journal cover page. Don't use markers. Sharpie looks really boring and dull in my opinion, so acrylic paint is easily the way to go. And it's like kind of up to you whether or not you want to fill in and cover whichever part of the Create This book. Usually I end up covering some things just because it's really hard to avoid it and go around, but I like to try to keep the title of the book, and then here I am like making the mistake of doing the background after. It's like I always do this and I always seriously regret it, but the black background was awesome, and like I said, I loved how this cover turned out, and it's actually holding up pretty well now, even though my book is pretty much in a 360 now that it's done. And I also used some Posca paint pens, which really helped me out here to fill in all the gaps and kind of go around and highlight some of the edging. Looking back at this page, it's actually so special and kind of funny because I remember making this shortly before I graduated from my first university degree, and thinking about that, and now I am almost graduating from my second university degree, so I guess I can celebrate yet again, but it's just really crazy to think about how long I have been working on this for. And also, I love this page, so I had to talk about it too because the tassel is just so cute, and always adding confetti is really cool. So, I had to mention it.
I get lost in those hazy eyes. I'm in love with these lazy nights. So maybe we can stay back, lay back here and enjoy the ride. I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, you save me, keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, you leave me with nothing to say but I love the way you take control. You lift me up when I get low. I gave you the right of way. Now I'm seeing sideways. But even when Saturday ends, I know I'll see you again. I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, you save me, keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby.
So I wanted to talk about some art journaling tips, just some generalized ones that I have if you are starting out or just kind of want some extra information on making your art journals more fun and more special and just like enjoying the process more. So I have a couple for you. If you don't want to hear them, then mute this video and listen to your own music or watch this while watching something else. I really don't care, but I thought I would add this in if you were interested. So one of my main tips is to use a separate piece of paper to work in and then cut out a little hole for the prompt to glue in later. I know this is really common and a lot of people do that, but it's really makes everything so much easier, especially towards the end of the art journal process when the book is getting really difficult to work in. And then you can also use art supplies that would otherwise soak through the pages. Like in some, it's difficult to use markers in even. This one is pretty good for using markers, like there's a little bit of bleeding, but not a ton. But then you can use like watercolors and acrylic paint and all of that stuff, and it doesn't soak through and doesn't wreck art on the other side. And I kind of go back and forth with either using a separate piece of paper or just going right into the journal. So it does make sense that this does add to the bulk of the art journal if that's something that you want to avoid, but it has its other pros, of course, as well. So I know that some people like to do art journals like in the order that they are made, which is great, do whatever you want. But I personally find that I feel more motivated to create something when I have like a fun idea or a different idea that I really want to create for. And typically that involves a prompt that is not in the order of the book. So I just kind of go with the flow and do whichever one I want to do and whichever one I have an idea for. And honestly, like, that's what I recommend. Keep it as low barriers, or as few barriers as possible to get you to work through it. And sometimes just like starting is the hardest part, and then once you start, like, you're really enjoying yourself. At least that is usually the case for me. It takes some extra effort to get going and to think of the idea, and then once I'm going, I usually enjoy it because I can like listen to a podcast or watch a show, watch a YouTube video, all that. So it really is my best tip for keeping your motivation high, or as high as it can possibly be for completing these things.
Seen my twin brother, I keep missing his calls. It's funny just how easily.
And we're going to take a break with the tips because I want to talk about my favorite page here that is in this entire book, because I am just absolutely obsessed with the skirt and how this one turned out, and I'm super proud of it, as you probably can tell, because I talked about it in my Create This Book like mid-completion update video. So this is Belle, as you probably can tell, and the prompt was create layers. So here I am sewing this dress and like hot gluing it together, so a combination of both, so that it would lie flat but also look really full and beautiful, and also extend off of the page. So connecting this to some of my tips, one of mine is to find inspiration from things other than other people's art journals, which I used to do. I talked about that before with my Reckless journal, but I love to find inspiration from previous artwork that I've done, like as a kid or just like a couple years back, that I maybe want to update again, or also from Pinterest, whether that be like photography or art styles, also TV shows, movies, characters, and like food or like advertisements is also a really fun thing to take inspiration from. My next tip is to use art journaling as an opportunity to try out art styles and techniques that you would typically not opt for. So like I've talked about, like painting and colored pencils is something that I don't use like naturally. It's not something that I gravitate towards without some effort. So it's nice to have like a small little canvas or like place to test out these techniques and work on them. And like, it's pretty low stakes. If you mess up, like, who cares if one page is ugly? Like I think no matter how bad it looks, like, it's as a whole, it's still really impressive that you've gone to the work of meticulously going through all these pages and just experimenting and being creative, because honestly, like, that's really the point. The point is not to have the most beautiful artwork, it's to enjoy the process and to improve your art skills. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to practice different things and try out techniques that maybe you are not used to, or you just want to experiment with pretty low stakes.
And it's so.
Now that I've talked for like 30 minutes, I will let you enjoy the rest of the process of me finishing this, and I will check in with you at the end when I finish the Create This Book too. So enjoy.
I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. Seen my twin brother, I keep missing his calls. It's funny just how easily a family can drift apart. I'm finally getting married to an angel in human form, but I still think about Nashville. We're staying here the right call. It's always gone too fast, like a trip to the beach or the life of James Dean. And it kills me to think
I can't swallow. And it comes, but it won't last. Like you watching your life, waiting for the good part. And what kills me is I've been avoiding the happy ending. Can you feel the light above you? Even on a cloudy day. Can you feel me here beside you? Does it wash away the pain? She said, you know I just want you to love me. Even when the stars are gray, when a new day is upon me, I'm hoping you will walk away, walk away, walk away. Pretty eyes, your simple smile, the way the moonlight hits your hair, it makes me stay. So take my time and I don't mind, you know I just wanna be there. I wanna be there, be there. You know I just want you to love me. Even when the stars are gray, when a new day is upon me, hoping you will walk away, walk away, walk away. No, I just want you to love me. Even when the stars are gray, when a new day is upon me, I'm hoping you will walk away, walk away, walk away. I love the way you take it slow. You make this light inside me glow. You're the only one who knows me. Saturate me when I'm gray until all my colors show. I get lost in those hazy eyes. I'm in love with these lazy nights. So maybe we can stay back, lay back here and enjoy the ride. I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, you save me, keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, you leave me with nothing to save us.
you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Save me, keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, you leave me with nothing to say but I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, save me and keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, leave me with nothing to say but
As we were driving, I watched the sunset fade inside your eyes. I started wishing right then and there that I could just stop time. It's silly, but you know me. Nostalgia runs right through my veins, and slowly the memories flooded with sadness unexplained. To tell you the truth, forever just won't do. There can't be enough life when it comes to your coffee bathing in the morning light. It got me thinking life shouldn't end, it simply isn't right. It's silly, but you know me. Nostalgia runs right through my veins, and slowly the memories flooded with sadness unexplained. To tell you the truth, forever just won't do. There can't be enough life when it comes to loving you. I try and I try my best not to cry. I'm scared that we'll blink and end up running out of time. To tell you the truth, forever just won't do. For loving you, it won't do. For loving you, it won't do. For loving you, nothing breaks me more down to my core. One day we'll reach the end of the line, and I just can't ignore what lies in store. Am I supposed to act like it is all fine? Why? To tell you the truth, forever just won't do. There can't be enough life when it comes to loving you. So I'll try and I'll try my best not to cry, to live in the moment for as long as we've got time. To tell you the truth, forever just won't do. For loving you.
I love the way you take it slow. You make this light inside me glow. You're the only one who knows me. Saturate me when I'm gray until all my colors show. I get lost in those hazy eyes.
I'm in love with these lazy nights. So maybe we can stay back, lay back here and enjoy the ride. I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, you save me, keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, you leave me with nothing to say but Sadie,
I love the way you take control. You lift me up when I get low. I gave you the right of way. Now I'm seeing sideways. But even when Saturday ends, I know I'll see you again. I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Sadie, you save me, keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, you leave me with nothing to say but Sadie, I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Sadie, you save me and keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, leave me with nothing to say but
You're all that I know. Oh, can you feel the light above you? Even on a cloudy day, can you feel me here beside you? Does it wash away the rain? She said, you know I just want you to love me. Even when the stars are gray, when a new day is upon me, I'm hoping you will walk away, walk away, walk away. Pretty eyes, your simple smile, the way the moonlight hits your hair, it makes me stay. So take my time and I don't mind, you know I just wanna be there. I wanna be there, be there. You know I just want you to love me. Even when the stars are gray, when a new day is upon me, hoping you
waiting around for you to call back. Pacing around my room and my dad. Crazy, crazy, I want you to know what you have against me. The city is not the place for us to be. 'Cause I'm trying to figure out why you hate me. Was it something I did? Yeah, I don't need to offend. I'm just waiting, I'm just waiting. Because of all of the lies, yeah, you don't need to disguise your face, your face. I just want you to know that I am rooting for you. It's okay, it's okay. I can't really take it anymore. The stress is building up inside my heart. The clock is ticking, the time is up. The way I feel it, I think it's done. Waiting around for you to call back. Pacing around my room and my dad. Crazy, crazy, I want you to know what you have against me. The city is not the place for us to be.
I wanna find out now, 'cause you got me running all over this town, this town.
'Cause I'm trying to figure out why you hate me. Was it something I did? Yeah, I don't need to offend. I'm just waiting, I'm just waiting. Because of all of the lies, yeah, you don't need to disguise your face, your face. I just want you to know that I am rooting for you. It's okay, it's okay.
As we were driving, I watched the sunset fade inside your eyes. I started wishing right then and there that I could just stop time. It's silly, but you know me. Nostalgia runs right through my veins, and slowly the memories flooded with sadness unexplained. To tell you the truth, forever just won't do. There can't be enough life when it comes to loving you. I try and I try my best not to cry. I'm scared that we'll blink and end up running out of time. To tell you the truth, forever just won't do. For loving you, as you were sipping your coffee, bathing
honestly, congratulations if you made it all the way here in this video. I am sorry if you are not a fan of long videos, but this was the best way I could showcase all of these pages that I have done in one compiled version. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. And also, if you have stuck with me throughout this entire series, I also want to thank you. Your kind comments are so very much appreciated. And yeah, I love seeing them, and I have loved going on this journey. And I appreciate all of you who have stuck by me throughout this series. So the next video will be my final flip through of this, which will be a little bit of a better view of all of the completed pages instead of just the process of me completing these pages. So all of the links for the playlist of all of the separate videos, if you for some reason want to watch more videos, will be linked down below. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my final flip through.
When it comes to loving you, so I'll try and I'll try my